What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode today of the My Player Career Mode here in FIFA 18. This is episode number 6 today, and we are continuing the journey of Ben Wood. If you remember back to last episode, guys, I recommend you guys go back and watch it if you missed it. But we did actually have Ben getting his first international cap, which was quite, I want to say, eventful, but it was a bit of an anticlimax to begin with, and then of course it picked up later on in the game. And if you missed it, you won't know, Ben scored the winner against South Africa, which has earned him potentially another call-up to the next set of friendlies for England, which you'll have to wait and see whether or not he does get a call-up for those friendlies. But there will be no international games in today's episode, guys. We're back to just club games, of course, with Ipswich Town. Currently, we've enjoyed a decent start to the season so far, and it's going to be interesting to see if we can get ourselves promoted with Ipswich. But, of course, the only issue is we're only on loan here. So if they do get promotion and our parent club Wolves stay in the Championship, we will effectively not be moving up. We'll be staying right here, even if we help the team to a promotion. And this game against Norwich, guys, we had the better of the start here. It started really good for us. I thought Ben had managed to find the opening goal inside the first 3 minutes, but a great defensive block there denied him the opportunity. And then a fantastic turn in the middle of the park from England's new star midfielder. Played the pass off, received it back as well, and somehow the keeper kept that one out with a one-handed save. Not quite sure how he didn't score, but Ben unfortunately didn't score. He ended up with the goalkeeper saving it. And then Norwich started to get themselves into the game a little bit more. 40 minutes into this one, it was Reed with that strike for them. It was their first of the game, which went narrowly wide. And then in the second half, Ben picked up where he left off in the first, creating chances, causing himself, danger down the sides here, trying to get a really good area. And he had 2 attempts this time around, but again, keeper equal to them both, which was disappointing to say the least. And then in the 74th minute, mistake made by Ben. That's his second mistake in as many episodes, in all honesty, giving the ball away in an area where he should not be giving it away. And then from that, Norwich City go up and then end up putting the ball in the back of the net. Tetty with the finish, which I skipped by accident. My bad, guys. But yeah, so that's 2 mistakes in the last 2 episodes that Ben has made, which have cost Ipswich Town goals. So you don't want to be seeing that from the youngster, and he needs to get that out of his game as fast as he possibly can do so. But 4 minutes from time, it looked as if it was going to be quite bleak for Ipswich here, but Ben picks it up, plays it off to the left-hand side, then makes his run continuing it, but the ball is quite phenomenal all the way through to McGoldrick, I think it was, on the end of this one, and he made no... Oh, it was Ward, actually, sorry, not McGoldrick. He went off, sorry, yeah. Ward came on, then McGoldrick went off, and then... No idea how, but the pass was inch perfect into Ward. Otherwise, it would have been so harsh on us. Look at this pass, guys. I'm not even joking. The pass into Ward, inch perfect. The finish, quality. Absolutely quality. So there you go. 1-1. It looked quite bleak, as I said. However, Grant Ward gets his second of the season in the 88th minute. 2 minutes remaining of normal time. And otherwise, it would have been 0 points, basically, coming out of this game. So, a little bit of a redemption there, a little bit of a lifeline, if you will, at home. And even with that, guys, even with a 1-1 draw, Ben still played to an 8.6 match rating, which was pretty good, to say the least. You can see... he misplaced a few too many passes there. That was a note from the manager. As I said to you, that's his second mistake he's made in as many episodes. So maybe the pressure is starting to get to him a little bit. The media is going to start getting, hold of him. They're going to start to know his name, especially when he's playing at international level now as well. You've got to kind of keep your head in it. And that's 2 mistakes he's made. So I'm sure people will start to pick up on that. But... message came through, players leaving on international duty. Ben was in the list. He will be joining up with the England squad for their next 2 friendlies, which I think one of them was actually against Germany. So I'm hoping he's going to be playing in that one, because it will be great to test it and see if Ben can, match Germany's midfield, if you will. So looking forward to that one, if it is going to be Germany. I can't remember exactly who the 2 friendlies were. I didn't check them yet, and they were in the little, list that it tells you about there. When you get the email, of course, from England telling you you're in with a shout of playing for the national team, but I forgot to really check out the 2 teams. But yeah, good news, Ben's into the international team again for the 2 friendlies, and I actually asked you guys last episode, should Ben be on the plane to Russia at the end, in the World Cup 2018, And rightfully, a few of you guys were saying to me, if they want, a good opportunity to win it, they need to put Ben there. A few of you say it doesn't matter. He's playing championship football. If he proves himself good enough, he should go anyway. And then a couple of people was mentioning the fact that, of course, Tom Heaton went to the Euros, which was a season that Burnley actually gained promotion from the championship. But, of course, technically, he was a championship player after the call-up. Maybe he probably wouldn't have been in there, if Butland might have been... I think was Butland injured then, or did you just not pick him? I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, as you guys rightfully pointed out, Heaton was a championship player, and he went to the Euros. So, as I said, we'll see if they're going to look past that point and still call up Wood to be able to be part of Russia 2018. And that is, of course, requiring England to actually qualify for the World Cup in the game. So, we'll see if they can do that as well. But thank you for all of your comments on that episode as well regarding that situation. Actually, that question, a few of you guys gave it back. And there was one that was very heavily liked regarding the media, saying that they always pick the same players, which is in real life, the case, but on the game, I'm hoping it's going to be slightly different. The next game we played, guys, for Ben, was tragic. Fully tragic. It was against Burton Albion. It was 0-0. Ben played to a 5-match rating, so to add to the mistake he made to give away the goal against Norwich, he then goes and plays the next game with a 5-match rating. It was tragic. He just could not get going. The team was playing bad. The passes were going astray. So to say the least, there was a question mark about Ben and his mentality in this episode. Let's just say that. Maybe the England call-up has kind of, made his season go a little bit worse now. Maybe he's getting a little bit too much inside his own head. Maybe he needs to just focus on Ipswich Town and continue playing football here. I realise, guys, I'm going to stop using the training system soon, because as of right now, Ben is 79 overall already, and we're not even halfway through the season yet. So I'm going to stop using the training system. It's just way too broken at the moment, and I don't want to have like a situation where Ben is like 81 rated by the time the end of the season comes, or 82 rated by the time the end of the season comes. So training system after this episode is going to be off limits for Ben. He will still technically train, but he just won't be doing the the training system to gain overall and stuff like that. So into the final game we go, guys. Cardiff City, the opponents here. Really looking forward to this one, as Ben's going to try his best to improve on this episode so far. Not had the greatest one, as you've seen, but he has a chance here to redeem himself. And as it currently stood, Ipswich in 4th place, 6 wins, 6 draws, 2 defeats from the opening games of the season. That was the Cardiff City team. It was going to be a tough test, this one, because Cardiff do have a semi-decent team there. And it was going to be evenly matched, I'd say, in the game. You can see the Ipswich Town team on the screen. Adeyemi starts in the middle of the park alongside Ben. And 11 minutes was how long it took for the first chance. A good ball down the right-hand side. Eventually gets dispossessed by Cardiff man, but they can't keep hold of it. As Adeyemi's on the ball, feeds it into the striker there. And on the turn, he ends up hitting his effort wide of the post. Really close to making this 1-0, actually. If he'd have just managed to get it over the keeper, might have been different, but it was always going to be tough from there. And once again, Ben giving away possession in a stupid area. 19 minutes on the clock. Then the cross comes in. It was a really good ball, and it was begging to be found in the back of the net. And he can't believe he's looked the Cardiff City man, because he thought he'd scored. He thought he made that 1-0 there. But once again, what is Ben doing, giving the ball away there? So, yeah, question marks at the moment about Ben and his mentality and his performances, because maybe this England call-up is really affecting him. But 41 minutes in, again, Cardiff were looking deadly going forward. As I said, it was going to be a tough affair. Both teams evenly matched here. And once again, it comes from another cross. This time it's Richards playing it along the floor rather than in the air. And it was ended up finding the back of the net. Ward with an absolutely brilliant finish in off the underside of the crossbar, and it dropped over the line. So disappointingly for the boys, they found themselves a goal down in a game that they hadn't started great. So yeah, a little bit of work to do to try and get themselves back in this one, but full credit to Ward. That was a fantastic finish in off the underside of the crossbar. Not too much could have been done about it from our goalkeeper, and full credit to Cardiff. They did deserve that one. But on the stroke of half time, looking for an instant reply, the ball finds its way outside to the left-hand side. Great tackle originally by the Cardiff man, but it comes into the middle. And without the goalkeeper making that save, Lee Camp there, it would have been 1-1. So, yeah, chasing the game from this stage. Can we find the equaliser is a question. And somehow that goes, like, honestly, I saw this challenge come in. I was like, what? He just basically took a man out. And McGoldrick with a free kick. I was waiting no time with this one. Hits it. The keeper, Camp, should do so much better with it. But he palms it straight into Sears, who thankfully for Ipswich makes the score 1-1. Because I tell you what, Lee Camp, he had a great save to deny us in the stroke of half time earlier on. But what on earth he is doing here, he is going to have to accept massive responsibility for this goal. The free kick from McGoldrick is not great. Look, it goes over the wall, but it's not in the corner. No idea what Lee Camp's trying to do there. He's trying to catch it for some reason. And what he should do is probably just palm it out for a corner at most. But he palms it straight back into the danger area. And there was Sears to make the difference. But then Cardiff looking for a quick reply. And that is a great stop from our goalkeeper. Otherwise, it would have been 2-1 back in the lead, Cardiff. And then 20 minutes to go. All-out attack was applied. Sears there going close with that one. And Lee Camp again makes another good stop. We then get a corner from that, but nothing came of it. Into the dying minutes now, last 10 minutes of the game. Ben holds off his man, feeds it into a teammate. Great, position. Maybe McGoldrick should have squared that back into the middle. Chooses to take the strike on instead. I think he was given a shout, actually, by Ben to be able to do that, and he ends up putting it into the side netting. Missed tackle then from Ben in the last minute of it. I thought, no way are they going to steal this. But once again, our goalkeeper comes in clutch. It was a game full of goalkeeping masterclass here, barring Lee Camp's mistake earlier on. So, to be fair, it was an even game. It was a fair result, and both teams probably deserve to at least get a point out of this one. You have to question mark Ben again, though. The mistake was made, giving the ball away in a stupid area, which led to the Cardiff City goal again. So, my question to you guys is, given the 3 games Ben has played today, would you put him in your starting 11 within the next episode for Ipswich? Or should he maybe spend some time out on the sidelines and be dropped for form? Because he made 2 heavy mistakes in today's episode, both of which led to the goals that were happened against us. Norwich earlier on, and then, of course, that game against Cardiff there. And then he had a 5 match rating in the game against Burton Albion. Literally didn't do anything. So my question to you guys is, if you had Ben at your disposal, would you be dropping him for the next couple of games? Or would you stick with him and hope that he's going to pick up for the next episode? So that is where we're going to end today's episode off, though, guys. Thank you so much for watching this episode. As you know, currently not around my PC. I'm over in Manchester watching the grand final of the Super League. So hopefully I'll come back in high spirits after Leeds have lifted the trophy. We'll see. But that's going to be it for today. I will see you all again at 4 p.m. or 6 p.m. UK time tonight. Sorry, guys. And then 4 p.m. UK time tomorrow. Catch you all then. Adios.